Hey guys, what's up? I got an email a couple of weeks ago now, maybe about last month, from a guy in Belgium, and his name is Martin Moyersen. He had a couple of questions for me with regards to teaching in Thailand. Martin, I apologise for the delay, first of all, because I have been pretty busy with work and various other things in life, so I've been pretty busy, so I've not been able to really get on YouTube very much, but I'm going to try and help you as best I can. So he asked me about getting a position teaching in Thailand. He has studied quite well, as far as I'm aware, in languages. He has his degree. However, he mentioned that his degree was not a bachelor's degree, but it was a 3-year degree. Now, he's worried that first of all, he's worried that he won't be able to get a job teaching in Thailand without bachelor's in his degree. Now, Martin, to be totally honest with you, I really wouldn't worry about that too much. By what I saw in your email about your qualifications and everything, I really don't think you'll have any problems whatsoever finding a job in Thailand. Now, to be honest, for the most part, everything in Thailand is based on face, of course. They're probably not going to be looking for the word bachelor in your degree. All they're looking for is a degree. So, I thought I'd make this video to talk a little bit about how to actually get a teaching diploma, a teaching visa in Thailand. How to get a teaching visa. Basically, this changes by the week, so it's very, very unpredictable, and it's very difficult to keep on top of these things. Now, I've not been in Thailand since last year, so things might have changed since last year, but when I was last there getting my visa, safe to say I had an absolute ball ache on that front. I'd been living in Thailand for nearly 3 years at that point, and I'd not really spent that much time out of the country other than a couple of vacations away. But yet the government decided to change the requirement for getting a non-B visa in the country. So in my first year that I was in Thailand, it was pretty straightforward. All I needed to get my visa and my work permit was a copy of my employment contract, a photocopy of my passport, photocopy of my degree, and as far as I remember, that was pretty much it. Now, last year was a completely different story. Last year, in order to get my non-B teacher's visa, first of all, I needed my original degree sending over from the UK. Not a photocopy anymore. I couldn't use a scanned copy. I had to have my original degree in my hand sent over from the UK, which I was pretty scared of because I've had pretty bad experiences with Thai postal services and things getting lost and whatnot. So I was pretty scared for the couple of weeks that I was waiting for that degree to arrive. But anyway, it arrived a couple of weeks later. So I had to get my degree in my hand. I needed a letter of proof of my address from the owner of where I was staying. Now, luckily for me, I was staying at my girlfriend's house, and she was the registered owner of that house. So all I needed was a copy of her her real house book, and her in person to go with me to the immigration office. But if you don't have that, you need a letter of proof from the owner of the house, the address that you're staying in. Of course, if you don't stay in a house, but if you stay in a condo, then you need proof from the condo building owner, which can be quite a pain in the ass to get. Suppose your condo building owner is actually even in the country or whatnot. So that was the first hurdle, which for me was relatively straightforward, but for a lot of other people I know, even in my school, they had problems getting that. Just getting the copy of the house book or the letter from the person who is the owner. So I'm going to move back because I got the sun in my eyes, man. Okay, so that was the first hurdle. That was the second hurdle. The first hurdle was getting my original degree sent over from Britain. Second hurdle was getting proof of address. Now, I've no idea why you would need such stringent proof of address, but Thailand, being the way it is, always likes to make things hard for you. Just really likes to fucking give it to you, man, when you're there. So anyway, I needed that. Then, what I needed to do... Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, what I needed to do after that was then go to the embassy in Bangkok and get my degree notarized by the embassy, the British embassy, in, I believe it's in Plunchit, the area in Plunchit, but I needed to get my degree notarized and legalized from that, which cost me about 1,000 something baht. I can't remember exactly how much it cost me, but it cost me more than 1,000 baht to get that done. So that was a notarized copy of my degree. Then after that I went back to Pattaya. Then the immigration mentioned to me that now I needed to go back to Bangkok again, get the same degree notarized by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Chengwatana. So I was getting pretty pissed off by this point, safe to imagine, because they failed to mention that to me the first time I went to Bangkok. Otherwise I could have just done it in 2 trips, in 1 trip even, but I had to make it 2 trips. So then, yeah, I got that done, which involved a whole lot of waiting around, a whole lot of faffing about. And that stamp was a green stamp which goes on the notarized copy of your degree, and that is 400 baht, or it was last time I checked. So it's not too expensive, but it's just a pain in the ass to do. So after that was done, I had to take all of this plus my proof of employment to the immigration office to then be issued the non-B visa. So safe to say it was quite an ordeal to get a visa to teach in a country for 1 year where I can earn about 700 or 800 euro a month and have to go to the immigration checkup every 90 days. So to summarize, if you are planning to teach in Thailand and you're planning to get a visa to stay there, and you are in your home country, you've not yet left your home country to go to Thailand, please take with you your original degree and your original passport, which you will need regardless just to enter the country, but take your original degree with you along with any original copies of TEFL diplomas, CILTA certificates, anything like this. Take the originals with you because Thailand no longer accepts photocopies. Take those with you when you go. And when you are asked to go to Bangkok to get your diploma notarized from your embassy, in the same trip, go to the one in Chengwatana and get it notarized there as well, just to save yourself 2 trips. Now, I was pretty lucky because I lived in Pattaya, but for those who lived in areas far away from your country's embassy, it can be a much, much bigger ball ache to do. So just keep those things in mind when you do go to teach in Thailand. Now, your original post, Martin, honestly, I don't think that you're going to have any issues whatsoever finding a job, especially with your degree in languages. However, some schools in Thailand do ask for a TOEIC test if your degree was not issued in English. However, if you studied your degree and you did it in the English language and have proof of that, and your degree certificate is in the English language and not in French or Flemish or whichever language it is that you have where you're from, if it's in English, you should have no issues whatsoever. I've got plenty of non-native English friends teaching over in Thailand who've had no need for getting a TOEIC test score or anything like that. For the most part, these things are pretty much the better schools that you're going to be looking at that might ask for these things. But if you're just looking at going over to Thailand for a jaunt, for just a fun year or two in a regular school, you're going to have no issues. But do take your original documents with you when you go there, just to save yourself a massive hassle. Anyway, any more questions regardless to this thing, feel free to hit me up. I'm sorry I can't be more helpful, but I've not lived in Thailand now for a good few months. I left there in July last year, so I've not been in Thailand for a while, but I'll try and offer as much help as I can with regards to anything about that. Keep me posted for any questions that you might ask, that you might need. Hit me up in the emails or in the comment section below. Email is jm.davis, davies_89 @hotmail.co.uk. Anyway, cheers for that. Peace out.